One thing that I think Kathryn and Rick really get at is the person. The person, what's inside the person. How does this person feel about things, and how can we develop that?
Everything is tailored exactly to what the actor needs at that time, on that day, that moment, that second. Everything is completely tailored to each person, and no one's ever neglected, no one's ever skipped over.
Rick and Kathryn have both been through it all themselves. They're bringing their own personal experiences to everything that they do.
They both deal with background a great deal and how that informs specificity in terms of why you're saying what you're saying, what you're doing.
They both have such a strong history within the theater, and they come from such a strong training background themselves as actors and teachers that is unparalleled.
They know what needs to be expected of the actors. They know what actors need to bring to the set or to the classroom.
Their teaching would change person to person, but their philosophies, their fundamental principles, those are the things that they stick with, and those are the things that make them strong.
She comes into the room, and suddenly there's just an electricity, and everybody knows that, you know, they're on the line that day. Every day is almost like a final.
Kathryn works in a way that benefits each individual student.
Kathryn can make the characters come alive in a way that people might see them as simple, but she brings out the poetry in them. And it makes you connect to people in a more visceral way.
There's a lot of sides of her personality that come out, you know, the Irish history, which is fun and spontaneous and exciting and musical. At the same time, she brings this very hard-working Bostonian drive.
It's never something that she wants to see. It's what she's seeing in the actor and what they're trying to do, and then she can develop that further.
She really cares about you in the work, and she wants every one of her students to succeed as much as possible.
She's tremendously focused, and it has a way of focusing other people. I mean, she demands it, but it's what's needed.
You work until you get it right, and you might not stop until the sun comes up, but you're going to keep doing it, and you're going to do it well.
But there are times when it's just, they go crazy in their way with their sense of humor, and you know, they can change a room very easily.
I mean, there are conditions, I guess, to a good comedy. I mean,
timing and the technical aspects of comedy.
I think that Rick's approach to comedy is really fascinating, because usually he lets the actors produce a lot of what ends up happening.
He's really excellent at taking a good scene and making it exceptional.
You realize that he's almost breathed life into that you didn't know you had, in size.
I don't know, his mind seems to be constantly working, and for a comedian or someone leading people through comedy, that's the way to do it, because you got to try a million things, and one of them might work, but he has no shortage of attempts.
It might seem absolutely outrageous to the student at the time, but then in the final product, you have people rolling in the seats.
Oh yeah, they have very high standards.
They have extremely high standards.
They have extremely high standards.
Very, very high standards.
she doesn't settle. Her standard is the highest. Her standard for all her students, her standard for herself.
If they didn't hold you up to those standards, you would never grow, and you would never have the pressure on yourself and the pressure from your teachers to grow where you need to grow.
It takes a little getting used to at first, but it instills such an incredible sense of honor to the work that, you know, we've come here together to create something, and that should be honored, and that's what's wonderful about it.